our temperature that we're testing with this, again, is the people we talk to on the ground. Whether it's the hinterland, it's the Mazaruni, up and lower Mazaruni, it's Region 9 that we've been to for the year already, and we plan to go back there. Whether it's Region 7, it's Region 10. You talk to people in the national capital city in Region 4, and that is a constant thing they keep articulating. And that's one of the reasons why, for instance, the folks in Region 9 ask us about when will the government lower this electricity cost, because they want more monies in the pockets, you know. That is why, like Saiku said, that we've articulated, people are asking about this cash grant. When is the cash grant coming? Because people need a little something to tide them over. But the fact of the matter is, we have some structural things that are wrong, and I know economist Andrews can articulate that better than I can. But from a layman's standpoint, the fact that we've been throwing monies at this issue, you know, we spent $6 trillion in the last 5-6 years as a country, and still people are not relieved. Still, you have all of these subsidies that have to be packed in there so that people can get by. Tells you where we are. The fact that your monthly salary alone still cannot do. Yeah. You need all of this other extra help from the states, which is good, but it tells you where people are in this country. And we understand that trickle-down economics does not work. It does not. We have heard the president himself, Irfan Ali, cry out, you know, to business leaders and owners to let the money go down to those at the bottom. It never does. It never does. And much of what they're trying to do will have the very same effect. It never gets down to the people that matters most. And that is why we say increase wages and salaries as one of the surest bets to alleviate poverty. And as we talk about the deficit on information and reports and so on, we don't know where we are with poverty in this country. If they want to say the 58% who live in poverty and the 35% who live in abject poverty is from 2019 or whichever year, what are your figures? How are you planning? Yeah. You know, what are your numbers that you are working with, that you have said $100,000 can put a dent in poverty, put a dent in the cost of living? What are the numbers you are working with? And we believe they're filling with the numbers. That is why you've had this long, drawn-out process to get to a report for the the census. You've had a long, drawn-out thing with that. We're looking to see what the labor force survey says. They might have another long, drawn-out period. We're eager to see a lot of reports inclusive of the report concerning how 5 servicemen died in a helicopter crash in this country. But this is a government that don't like oversight. They don't like good governance. They don't like accountability. They want some one-man show. But we and the people of this country will continue to demand more from governance, more from government in this country. And that is how we test the barometer. On social media, I'm certain that people are complaining to you guys every single day. We read the comments. We read the responses on social media. When a squatter, you know, has such a viral reaction on social media, pleading to the government, pleading to the authorities to treat the people of this country with due care, to fulfill its promises. It went viral. That squatter from just beyond the Ogle airstrip there in Commons Lodge, because people can identify with what he is saying, and people are getting a hard time in this country. How can you ask a squatter to pay $1.2 million as land, $1.7 million, you know, $700,000? There's a reason why people are squatting in this country. It's because of that high cost of living. People cannot afford rent, and that is why they endure squatting. But of course, we have offered several alternatives in our manifesto. We have said that every Guyanese earning under $400,000 should have a free piece of land, a free house lot. That's like every single Guyanese. We have said rent control. Rent is exorbitant. A lot of landlords think that everybody got a Stabrook block in the backyard, right? So we say we wanna see rent control, among a number of other subsidies, we said we not only want free education for our people the way we had it prior to 1992, but we also want to put a little money in the pockets of our students. They must got a little stipend. I mean, I am shocked that 𝐲𝐿 are getting all of this money on a yearly basis, all this subvention, paying its apprentices $4,000 a month. I mean, come on. Come on. So when we gauge all of these things, when we gauge this dashboard, and there's so many other issues we can put in it, we understand that the cost of living in this country is very, very exorbitant, and we have to bring relief to our people. And I think our people are going to decide it for themselves very shortly when we go to the polls again.
Thank